everyone. Today I'm going to explain how DORMS works. I arrive on January 19th and I got my DORMS stuff today, and today is the 6th. So I got it 13 days early. Disney advertises that you'll get it about 10 days early, but my friend with a January 12th check-in also got hers 13 days early. So unlucky 13, yay! So basically about 2 weeks out to 10 days is the range you can expect. But there's some things that you need to know going through the process, or it can make it kind of tricky, and I luckily learned these rules from other bloggers and vloggers, so it definitely helped my group. So the first thing when you get on DORMS, it's going to ask you to go, actually, you know what, let me just log in and walk you through it so I don't miss anything. Okay, so you're going to go to log in and it's going to tell you that you have to retrieve your password. You don't get a password right off the bat. So then it'll send your email a temporary password, and then you'll want to reset it with something that you'll remember. Then you get to your home page. If you're an alum, it'll say history program, so my Spring Advantage 2012 program popped up, but there's nothing linked to it. It just basically shows that you've been before. So you want to click education registration. You have to go to that first, even if you're not taking a class. And then it tells you that there's additional education opportunities, like alumni speakers you can attend, networking events, and you just basically click the ones you're interested in. I did this because I would love to attend networking events, but you're not committing, it's just showing an interest. And then there's also career development workshops you can show an interest in, but then again, you're not committing yourself to it. Then you hit continue. Okay, and then it's going to go through all the different types of Disney courses. I'm not sure how it works if you're registered for a course, but I'm not. So you just, at the top of each page, it'll say, I'm not interested in this course, and you just click the little box. I think if you're wanting to add a class and it's available, the class will be listed and you just click the word add. It's kind of what it looks like on here. So there's about 4 pages you have to go through and click that you're not interested in those courses. Also has an option in here if you want to join the wait list, I guess. So that's good if you're interested. Okay, so then it basically gives you like an overview page, and it says you're basically not in any classes. Again, it's not going to look the same for somebody that's taking a course, but this is how mine is. And then at the bottom it's going to say go home, so you click that. Then you're going to click on housing registration. I tried to click on housing registration first, but it was like, no, you have to go through education first. So just know that. Don't freak out, because I was kind of like, but I'm not taking a class. It's just how it works. So then on housing registration, it's going to have you enter basic information, your phone number, email address, your permanent address. So make sure I almost put my apartment address, but I'm moving out to go to Disney, so it won't be my address anymore. So I put my grandparents' house, because they, aren't going to move anytime soon. Then it asks opt out of Disney housing, so that's if you're wanting to live off property, you would click yes. ADA required housing, married housing request, alcohol prohibited unit requested. I'm guessing that's if you're 21 but you don't want alcohol in your apartment. Bringing a vehicle, I hit yes. And then it's going to ask you your make, model, year, color, and then your tag, state, and number. And I don't know my tag number, so I had to run out to my car, like still in my pajamas in the freezing cold, to get my tag number. Oh, and then it's going to ask for emergency contact, so I just put my mom, and it just asks for their phone number and email. Then you're going to hit next. Okay, then if you're bringing a car, it's going to bring you to the vehicle decal agreement. And basically you have to initial each thing saying that you won't speed, that you'll, you understand your vehicle is subject to search, you understand that you have to have your decal displayed, just things like that, just so people follow the rules. And then you also had to enter your driver's license number, which, just be aware of that, because I then again had to like go find my purse, get my driver's license, so Just make sure before you start the process you have your driver's license ready and your car information with your tag number and stuff, so you don't have to run out to the car like I did. Okay, then you're gonna hit next. Okay, then it's gonna bring you to, it says Community Codes Forms page. And I thought that you could only see this once. So I saved them all as PDFs, all these files. It gives you the option to do that. But it does, when you go to print your onboarding stuff, it'll print all of these. So you don't have to worry about saving them like I did. But the community code is basically just saying like you're not gonna have drugs and alcohol. Well, you can have alcohol, but you have to be 21 and in alcohol housing. You won't haze, bully, you won't have firearms, explosive, that kind of stuff. So then you hit next after you sign off on that one. And then there's a payroll form, and this basically just says that you agree that your rent money will be deducted from your paycheck each week. And then there's the vehicle agreement form, which is basically everything you initialed off on earlier. It's just written out again. So if you're not bringing a car, I doubt that one pops up. Okay, then at this point it says roommate preferences. And it says you can either click I'm adventurous, give me whoever, or I know who I want to live with. And then of course it reminds you like 1,000 times, nothing's guaranteed, so then you're like, oh. So basically, a word of advice, one person in your group has to be designated as the leader. It's basically whoever logs in first, so just make sure that if somebody wants to be the leader, that they log in first. Once they log in, they're going to get to the page where it says pick your roommates, and you're going to enter all of your roommates' roommate number. Once you've finished everything, then one at a time each roommate has to go through and verify that they're going to live with you and do all their portions of the paperwork. So it's kind of, you can't all log in at once because in the email it says at the very bottom, like tiny print, if you do that it could mess up your chances of being able to live together. So make sure you log in one at a time. And I think you have to, I thought you had to have your new hire paperwork finished to get your roommate stuff set up, but my roommate didn't have hers finished and we were still able to link together, so not sure the answer on that one. So when you link your roommate, you're going to get like a 8 or 9 digit number to put in for them, and then you're going to hit the word validate, and that just shows, once you hit validate, it shows your roommate's name just to make sure you didn't like enter the wrong number. That'd be horrible. So you enter all their information, or their numbers, and you hit next. Okay, then it's the next segment is housing preferences. I think, yeah, you can then again select I'm adventurous, put me wherever, or you can put I want to specify. And on this page it gives you all the pricing options. And something I didn't know, I thought we had to rank every single option, but it only lets you rank options that your roommates would work with. So for instance, I have 3 other roommates, so there's 4 of us. So it didn't have us rank 1 bedrooms with 2 and 3 occupants because all 4 of us wouldn't fit in that. Doesn't mean we won't get separated and placed in a 1 bedroom, but it only has you rank housing that has your amount of people or higher. And then at this page it also shows you an example of a double occupancy room. They're just empty rooms with like the beds. It just shows you what it looks like. So all the options available for your day. So I'm assuming if an option wasn't available at all for your day, it just wouldn't pop up. So then you use the little arrows, and the one at the very top of the list is your first choice, and then the one at the bottom is your last choice. You have to rank every single one. And then you hit next. And it reminds you 100 times that nothing's guaranteed. Freaks you out. And then basically at this point you just review and submit all your paperwork, make sure everything's spelled right, make sure your roommates are entered properly and you haven't entered a random stranger. Make sure you did your housing preferences right, and then at this point you just hit submit. So then at that point I guess you would contact your roommate and be like, hey, it's your turn. But I'm not sure if the page looks different if you're not the leader. I think it's all the same, except you just, if you're not the leader, you don't go through and rank all the options. So make sure that whoever your leader is knows the order of like the preferences you have and does them correctly. I sent my roommates like 4 screenshots. I was like, okay, is it right? Is it right? I was so afraid I was gonna mess it up. So yeah, that's basically DORMS. It's pretty easy, but there are some things that you could easily mess up. So just make sure you don't all log in at the same time. Make sure your leader knows your housing preferences. And if you're bringing a car, make sure you have your tag information and your driver's license. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.